It's a lovely day for me anytime sitting here and having conversations. And of course, the program is Conversations on NTA. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm going to be enjoying my conversations today because it's something that affects every single one of us. Yes. A lot of people are complaining, this is going up, things are not available, food scarcity and all of that. But every day I try to take a tour of the market. I expect that I won't see a lot of people around the weave-on areas, around the cloth areas, around the shoe areas, and probably concentrate on the wet areas, that's the food markets. Incidentally, all of the sections of the market, including the gold, is still very much, busy with human beings. There's always buying and shopping. I try to even check online. There's always buying and shopping. Now, are all these things our needs or our wants? What do we do when there is scarcity to ensure that we get to plan well and get to save for the family? Like I said, my name is Elizabeth, and Conversations is not just for me. I have lovely ladies in the house, and I have my firebrand sister, yes, Joy.
Good morning. It's good to be with you people today. So we're going to have fun.
Yes, as usual. And I have a young lady, because somebody tells me that no matter what we do, the young people are always asking and asking and asking. You get to tell us if it's true or not, but let's get to know you first.
Good morning. My name is Tracy Abo. I'm a student of University of Abuja.
Okay. And our friend who is just joining us for the first time?
Yeah, my name is Patience Key. I'm excited to be here today.
Okay. Patience is joining us, today live. The other time you were with us on Zoom when you were in Maryland. So you're in Nigeria, your homeland. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll quickly take a break and bring you exciting package courtesy of Funke and Onyechere Ada Onobu. That's it.
Whenever we have the time, Nigerians love to party. We love to dance, we love to eat, and we especially love to dress up. If there's ever an excuse for it, we'll find the opportunity to wear ashwebi. However, the problem is that these clothes can be very expensive. Some people run around looking for money just to afford these clothes. But no matter, let's hit the streets and talk to the average Nigerian about the cost of ashwebi today.
Well, I can spend from 2,000, it depends. I have spent 50,000 naira for an ashwebi before. Okay. Yeah, maybe from 2,000 to, it depends on my pocket. Yeah, if it was just, maybe an outsider or a friend. I didn't attend my brother's wedding the last time because I didn't have ashwebi and my friends had it. So I just choose to stay back.
My wife is my pride, so automatically I can spend as much as she makes me happy. I can spend whatever thing I can spend to make her, give her the best of life. I can spend 1 million, I can spend 10 million now.
It depends on who I'm spending the money for. Like, it depends on if the person is my close friend, I can spend to an extent for that person. But if the person is not my close friend, like, I don't think I can spend anything. I just pass. Like, if I don't have my money at that point, I'll slay on my own and come for the party.
I think 200,000 will be enough to spend, and some other things that follows ashwebi.
Oh, I'm not the ashwebi type, but I think 50,000 it's okay for ashwebi. I'll look for an option. I won't cancel the event.
I can spend up to 50k if I have. I'll check my clothing. See if I don't have any clothes that is beautiful that can compete with what they have, and then I'll just leave it. I won't go for the. I'll call the bride and tell the bride that I can't make it.
The highest amount, 10,000 naira. I look for something close to the ashwebi in color and wear.
Well, we've heard from the average Nigerian on this matter. Let's go back to our studio audience and see what they have to say on this particular topic.
Joy, please, did you see what I saw? I'm not even sure how to be. Did you saw what I saw? It's crazy. How can a student be talking about 50,000? As I was saying, I was like, okay, 50,000, I can buy electric bill, I can buy fuel, I can. You're laughing. How much do you spend on ashwebi, Chelsea?
I don't spend money on ashwebi.
That's a lot of money for an environment that we say, there's poverty, there's a lot of insecurity, there's a lot of, increase in unemployment, and the student wants to spend 50,000 naira, that's a lot of,
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
I'm speechless after watching what I saw. I'm a party freak, and we support. If you're a Yoruba person, you understand what it means. Ashwebi, tiwa tiwa. You want to support your friends, you want to support family, but right now things are changing. Normally, those days they used to use laces to do ashwebi, but now people have switched to Ankara, because situation in the country is kind of tight, and there's no money. So you just have to find a way around it to try to adapt to the situations in the country. So for me to say that you have to spend that much for Ashwebi, and after spending that much, you now find out you don't have money to pay your bills, you don't have money to eat, you don't look, for me, there are certain things when you say they're your needs, you have to differentiate from your needs and your wants. Ashwebi, for now, I think we have to cut it out of our normal life and choose colors.
It's actually a want.
Like what she said, cutting from, going from laces, because lace is very expensive, depending on the quality you want, to Ankara. Ankara is very trendy.
Look at the beautiful Ankara you have.
You can design and do a lot with it, and it's less expensive.
Yes.
She just talked about buying the clothes with 50,000. She's going to make it. She's going to take it to a seamstress, and that's another price. So we're looking at like maybe roughly 80,000 for ashwebi that you. Most times when we do ashwebi, we don't wear it the second time.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to.
Because everybody knows what that this is ashwebi.
Exactly.
So people just say after they wear it for that event, I cannot wear it, because they will know that it's ashwebi. So and this ashwebi, as we're saying, we have not talked of makeup.
Yeah.
We've not talked of the gele stuff. So and see, shoes, bags, accessories.
And again, we should also look in this aspect. Maybe the parents are helping. You never can tell. There are some students that their parents are well enough.
Not all parents.
I said some.
Because most parents even don't buy their ashwebis. They tend to choose colors.
The thing is, I have grown-up children, and I don't think I've ever given any of them money for ashwebi. I haven't. Because like you said, I am not even one. If your ashwebi is beyond that Ankara 3,000, 5,000, I am not game.
No.
I will ask you, please, do you want me to go and carry my children's school fees to pay? I mean, I understand the meaning of ashwebi. Ashwebi is uniform, isn't it?
Yes.
So if I wear red,
Yes.
and I ask my people to wear red all through, what's the beauty of it is, on a camera or somebody who walks into the hall, that uniformity makes it beautiful. It makes it, when you begin to put price, and there are sometimes I hear people tell me I have a ashwebi of 50K, there's one of 30K, there's one of, it depends on your class. I say, please, you have one for 5,000, because that's my class. I am a civil servant. I cannot go and steal. So if people have to attend weddings and all of that, like colleagues, their younger colleagues who are getting married, so will I tell them, look, Fatima got married last month.
Yes.
So we cannot have another wedding this month,
Exactly.
because I've spent the ashwebi money. Nope. The more the merrier, but then let's cut down the price. But moving away from ashwebi, okay, just before we go, there was something else I heard there. Somebody said, I would rather not attend the wedding.
I was going to say that, yes.
Yes, I'm one of those, I'm going to be very honest right now. Something happened some weeks ago, and it was pertaining to ashwebi. But very strange, the ashwebi was 7,000 naira. I felt very pained that they gave me an invite without the ashwebi. Not because I just felt that it's not that expensive for you not to tell me. So if you can give me an invite and you cannot give me the ashwebi, that means for me, we're not family.
Was this person family?
No, it's not family. This person, we've been friends forever from school. So I just felt that, why would I be sitting in a gathering? You have 100 people there. I'll be singled out with no ashwebi. So I rather took that option not to attend.
Or maybe she thought the 7,000 was too cheap for you.
No, because most of the people who were in that event are very rich. So if you can give me
But
an
did you
invite.
ask her?
No, the thing is that they forgot. So I'm taking it that Ashebi it's we family, friends and all that. So if you think I'm not good enough for Ashebi, then I'm not good enough for an invite.
You know,
That's my
Or maybe
take.
it was oversubscribed. That's another thing.
Yes, you could have
she
finished.
It
didn't-
wasn't
yeah.
oversubscribed. You know, let's not go there. I'm just using myself as an example because most of the time it's better you use yourself as an example. If you don't give me the Ashebi, I will not attend. And most people now have
And
decided.
then if the Ashebi is too expensive,
No, you see, most of the time, if we're friends, we tend to talk and say, look, this is the advice. So if you do this, I should be this amount. So guess what the friends do? They tend to take gele. They tend to take gele and then choose a color. So, and I think it's better because I will not stretch myself buying an ashebi. Then when I get home, I'm in pains and I'm in tears. How do I foot my next bill? How do I eat my next meal? So I think we just have to be real and get serious with real life.
Well, I practically decided not to do Ashebi any longer. It was getting too much and, you know, a lot of expenses. And apart from doing Ashebi, you have to make the clothes. In the United States, we don't have much good tailors. Most of my tailors, if not all of them, are in Nigeria. Okay. You know, having to send the clothes back, you know, or you have no choice but make it in the United States.
Exchange rate.
You don't get, you don't get what you want in whatever is made. And even the tailor want to fight you, as in you're complaining and all that. And the expenses and all that, I just decided, you know, there was no need to do Ashebe anymore. So what I do is, you want me to support you, I could use the money to support you.
Definitely.
You know, because I'm going to wear that Ashebe just once. You won't see it on me anymore.
No,
but if you have the gele, you know, and I have to attend that party, I can get the gele and support you with as much as I can for your party. But to have going through the trouble of looking for a tailor, making clothes, doing all that, it's too much, apart from even the price.
very importantly so. But for me, you know, I kind of differ from you. I don't like to blend in the crowd. I like to stand out. So if you don't give me the ashebi, all the more reason why I will attend, so I can get to wear what I have.
Different strokes.
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
different strokes.
and a lot of time you give me your ashebi, I buy it, I forget to sew it. So that day I turn up with whatever I have and put your ashebi on my shoulder. Now,
We're different. We're different.
okay, so but we have a very young person here. Let's see, have you?
But I've noticed nowadays that most weddings are not really doing the ashebi thing. Okay, there's the ashebi, but then there's also colors. For people who do not want to buy the ashebi, so there's the color of the day. You can actually wear the color of the day. I feel as if that's a better option for people, even monetary-wise. Like, you can go to your wardrobe and actually check for ashebi. The student saying 50,000 for ashebi is actually, I know what 50,000 can do in my life.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good to be real.
I know what 50,000 can do in my life. Carrying 50,000 to go and buy ashebi for a wedding is not realistic to me.
Even for a working class.
Even for unless you're anyway. Let's
working
not go
class.
there.
Again, it depends on the relationship you have with whoever is wedding. It depends on the relationship you have.
I didn't
for
go-
families and all that. Yeah,
I
you
didn't
could
go for a
along
very
with,
good.
because
I have a
wedding
very
is
close
just-
friend. I have a very sorry for butting in. I have a very close friend who had a wedding recently. I think 2 weeks. I think she's not talking to me right now, and I'm sure she's watching. She said 40,000 naira, and I said, if I buy a Ashebi 40,000 naira. What even annoyed me is that I didn't think the Ashebi was worth that price. One. I think people tend to make too much money from Ashebi, telling you they're going to give you gifts after. And when you see the gift, they're just like rubber plastic plates and all that. So for me, I just felt that, one, it wasn't worth the price. And I wasn't going to spend that kind of money now, because I have other expenses. I will not do that. I cannot make somebody else rich and make myself cry afterwards just to please somebody else.
You know,
So I
just,
opted out.
For, maybe last bit on the ashebi issue. I remember when I got married, I had ashebi, I had bridesmaids. But incidentally, all of them, I made the clothes for them free of charge. I only grew up, to find out that people need to pay for those things. To even be in somebody's a wedding as a bridal train, you pay for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I had what do you call it, bridal shower, bachelor's night and all that. Every single clothes my friends wore,
You paid for it.
I paid for it. All they needed
that
to do
was
was
then.
go to the tailor and give their measurements.
That was then.
That was the way it was done in our place. Okay, but Ashwebi is not the only thing that bites into the economy of a family. Like I mentioned, I try to go through the, stories, headlines. There's a whole lot going on about scarcity of food, hunger, which is, like you mentioned, leading to a lot of people doing funny things on the road, stealing and all that. How do we begin, to cut down in the family? How do we begin to cut down our expenditure to be able to cope with, things for now?
It's all about choice. It's all about choice and also knowing what you feel. And again, how much you have. You have to weigh your pocket and all that. With the situation in the country, I believe a lot of people are already cutting down because being in the system, this this moment that I'm here, I see a lot of things going on. The environment is hostile, and people are actually trying to look at what they have to be able to make ends meet. So people are not exorbitant anymore. People are not, except for the families that know how they get their money somehow and all that. But the average Nigerian, people are, people, that's what I see coming in the system. I see that things are changing, except for families that they are well-to-do, business is really thriving for them. Even in the United States, a lot of us are even cutting down because with this pandemic, businesses are affected, homes are affected, jobs are affected. A lot of millions lost their jobs, So it's not just happening only in Nigeria, but being, with the situation we're facing with insecurity, high unemployment, people are actually, trying to work the way they need to work to make ends meet.
I'll butt in now. What you just said, I always use myself as an example.
I like that.
I like to eat native chicken. Native chicken. I don't like the other frozen ones.
It's hard.
No, native.
Native is hard.
No, it's not hard. Native chicken.
That's the one that has done a lot of marathon trekking and all that.
Native, they're different. You have broilers and all that. Native chicken is very soft. If you don't know how to cook it, by the time you go and come back, everything.
A lot of flesh now.
Yeah, but
it watches weight.
That's it. So you see, you have to look at your size, and you have to find out. Look, you shouldn't be bigger than you are. Health-wise, you have to come down. So, and I noticed that the man that normally sells my chicken now says the chicken I used to buy for 3,000 is 5,500. Okay, let's cut the parts of the chicken. If I have to take 2 pieces in the chicken, what's left in the soup? So I just decided, you know what? Go and buy mala fish. I like coca. I have stopped.
You like coca?
I like coca fish.
Okay, coca fish.
Coca fish. So now...
Coca is expensive too.
That's it. So you see...
So you've gone to Titus?
No, I don't do Titus. I do mala fish. So you see, the thing here is that you have to make a choice.
Definitely.
The thing here is that you have to eat. Some people eat 3 times a day. I have reduced the visitors who visit me now because they don't know. You see, if you give them 1 piece of meat, they're asking for 2 pieces and all that. And it's, look, I'm not going to pretend. Things are difficult. Electricity is high.
Definitely.
We've stopped using AC. We just pick times.
The weather is actually cold.
Whether it's cold or it's not cold, you just have, because some people would rather stick in there. For us, we're having hot flushes now, so we need the AC. But you know what? I buy the fan and I put the fan there. It's not going to kill me, because the thing here is that things are difficult.
Definitely.
All aspects of normal life is difficult. So you have to make a choice how to survive. And that's what we're doing right now.
Another thing that bothers me is waste. Like you mentioned, I try to do a bit of a indoor gardening myself. I like to eat fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. So the much I can do within the balcony, I had to cut a drum into 2. Put sand. Most of those ugu, spinach. you know,
Excellent.
the small cucumber.
Grow them
hybrid.
yourself.
Yes,
Yes.
Wow,
right there.
Most
So
homes in Nigeria do
yes,
that
you get to pluck them, and it's easier.
Yes.
Stuff like okra and spinach combined together,
Fresh.
it fills you up, you know. So I achieve saving costs. I also achieve, eating healthier. But what bothers me is waste. A lot of times, people do not, especially young people. I want to go back to you. I wish I had all the young people in Nigeria sitting in here so I can ask them one by one. They do not understand. They open conflicts and they pour. And then they forget that air could get into it. They just
They
dump
don't
it
see
there.
it.
Then tomorrow they say, this conflict is testing somehow.
No, eat it again.
You know? And then you go away. That conflict gets to your dustbin. I think parents should all make their children work for what they do. You know, for everything. Not like very hard work. If you spoil something, you know, you should be able to be accountable. I was telling you something behind camera. My kids know. For everything you spoil, we have a bargain. We have a bargain, yes. So if your weekly allowance is 1 naira, I'm going to cut into it for 3 times, 4 times to repair the thing you spoiled.
Beautiful.
So apart from the fact that you're learning not to spoil things, you're also learning to be responsible. You know, to meet up tomorrow. Going back, how can we begin to salvage that? You know, the training of the children to ensure they keep up with the times.
People wait for teachers to train their kids. And
Teachers in school.
Teachers in school. They don't have that kind of time. Parents have, I don't know, they've forgotten their place in society. Because when I was growing up, one thing my mom always used to do, they never used to give me meat or water. They give me the meal first. Then when I finish the meal, that's when the meat comes.
Why will you eat meat? Are you a thief?
No, because
meat is
I
for
know.
thief
No,
now.
because I noticed.
You eat the food first.
No.
Meat is compensation for eating the
I
food.
had some friends. I had some friends who will eat the meat and then leave the food. And you see, the thing here is that
Even egg comes after.
no, but that's it. But I see many parents these days. They put all the stuff on the table. For me, it's waste. You should be able to know what's in the table or what's supposed to be in a plate for kids. Because you see what happens is that I didn't used to have water, I didn't used to have meat. And they always used to tell me, anything you take, you must finish. The wastage, when I go to places and I eat, especially parties, and I see what people take, you are taking swallow. You are taking rice with the swallow. And I just can't comprehend.
You're overworking the system.
So that's it. So I think we have seen too much. We've gotten too much. And we don't know the difference with waste and no wastage. So right now, they don't have to tell you. Anything, and I think now you have to give portions. That's why when I always tell people when you go to parties, don't let people serve you. You serve.
Yourself.
Yes, you serve. Because if you have, that's why they use those scoopy things to scoop. So, and I think that some people just want to be bloated and too full. So you have to teach your children from the house that wastage is a no-no.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so in regards to wastage, yes, children, they are used to it, and I agree that we as parents, we need to, buckle them up and, but in regards to, having to put the protein or the meat back before our generation, that's our generation, that's all. It doesn't even happen in my own, maybe our great-grandparents' generation. We should not bring this in modern life. Things are
21st
changing.
century.
Actually, the children are the one who needs the protein. But we still eat meat. Like I'm Nigeria now. Oh my God, I'm looking for ram and chicken and all that. We don't really need it. So, but it's still good. It's a bodybuilding element and all that. But I don't agree that you have to just strip the children and give them later. But then, again, I agree with the portioning.
Okay.
And I agree that you have to teach them not to waste food. And if they do, you have to caution them and all that. But I don't think those things are being taught in school because it's academics that we teach in school. But any parents who are waiting for their children to be taught on how to behave at home in school, there's going to
You
be
have something coming.
that's a big problem on its own. But wastage, we need to curb our children and train them aright.
Let's hear from Tracy. Tracy, how do you help? Don't your mommy is watching, so don't lie. How do you help to ensure that there's no wastage at home?
At home, it's my mom that takes care of that one. She calls you to the kitchen when she calls everybody, including my brother. She'll dish the food and ask you if it's okay for you. If it's okay, no problem, take your food. If you can't finish it, you're in trouble. Because she's the one that told you that you said that it's okay for you. So why are you saying that you cannot finish it? She'll force you to finish that food.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because you have to finish it. You said it's okay for you. You keep it and come back and come
you do that
too.
too.
There was a time I said, I will feed you.
No, but some other parents, you know what they do? You eat it later.
Yeah, that's another
You
one.
eat it later.
You cover it up.
You cover it up
if
and
my
eat
kids
it later.
cover the food up, forget that food.
Wow,
You know.
it's crazy because for me, I still think children overfeeding them is not good. Eh? So maybe we'll find a way of ensuring that they take a little at a time, like she said. And generally, I tell women, because of hard times and also because of proper feeding, almost everything we eat, we can cook halfway. You know, instead of making that jollof rice all through, I prefer to make my rice white, then get a little and make jollof out of it.
Yeah.
Then when it's finished, it's easier for me to still take more and make a little bit out of it again as jollof. When it comes to soup, I make the stock, like over the weekend, I make all the stock for goat meat, for okra, for whatever, but I don't add anything fresh. So that way, I bring out one. I have eaten something fresh. I just give it to the children, and myself we eat. Then, if it's not, if I didn't put everything, it's easier for me to preserve as well, because if you put all the vegetables, the okra, the ugu, and all that, somebody like me, if you cook it today, if I try and eat tomorrow, I will not eat it the third day, if I try. So that means it's going to waste.
So that comes to preservation too.
Yes.
In our society where we know our power system is different. So I know, I'll be talking differently because I really do not have that time to cook white rice and tomorrow I want to make it to jollof rice. I don't have that. They may not even see me. Even if these days I work from home, it's very busy. So I just cook, portion, put in the freezers. So but our society, because of the light system, the power system and all that, it's difficult because the wastage will continue. When you cook a big portion, and you can preserve it, you cannot refrigerate it, then that's a big
no. But
problem.
Do your kids?
Do
your kids eat the same thing?
That's another thing people do and waste food. For me in the house, every single food cooked, everybody must eat it.
Yes.
Okay. I have seen a situation where
nobody has time to be
somebody
cooking
told me,
this
person doesn't eat macaroni, this person doesn't eat. So for every day, she cooks like 3-4 different things. It's a waste.
No, but that's why.
That's waste.
That's why most of the time now, what the kids tend to do, they do Indomie.
No, who is going to give Indomie?
No, I don't understand. Why do we just love this Indomie in
No,
Nigeria?
it's Nigeria's Indomie.
Noodles
I can
don't work.
handle Indomie. I can stand it. I can't even stand everything about Indomie. But I just realized that most kids, they said it's a fast way of eating.
Not even only kids.
Adults. So that they tell you that it's healthy. They put green peas.
It's not healthy.
They put carrots and all that.
A lot of processing.
Yeah. But you see, like my own house, it's like different kids from different tribes and different families. One is Igbo, one is Igala, one is this. So I noticed that even when I was with my auntie, I hated gbegiri. I hated bean soup. So that day, I always say I'm fasting. and I always tell people, if you go to somebody's house and you're given something and you can't eat, don't say you can't eat it. And that's what I did all those years and I didn't die. I always said I was fasting. You understand? Yes. But now this one will say, no, you know we are not this tribe. This is what I want to eat. I am not this tribe. So will I sit down and look at my family and not give them these meals?
No,
But there's a common meal for Nigerians.
Apart from
there
that,
is not.
I actually think that
They should learn to eat it. Well, maybe you have the time.
It's
you have the time
it's
to-
not. No, I
you have the time
no,
to
I
cook
have the time,
different
and the thing here is that I teach them to cook those meals. So if I'm not cooking, and you can eat what I'm eating, then you cook your own meal.
it works for you, but it's pretty
Yes, it does.
expensive. It's
Very,
pretty
very
expensive,
expensive.
because I would rather, when I'm going to drop the menu, I'm not going to drop menu and say rice, yam. Maybe on a Monday, if there's Igbo there, I write Igbo. On Tuesday, I write Igala. On Wednesday, I'll write Hausa. On Friday, so on a Monday, all the Igbo foods,
Everyone is happy.
all of us gets to eat it. Because the truth is, your environment has a lot of people.
So you're the problem.
So she's actually the problem.
So I know.
You're the problem.
So
there's diversity in your house, and you're
Yes.
creating separation.
Okay, so somebody is writing us here. Let's quickly say, wow. I also understand that it's very well that, yes, the economy is hard now, and it's important for us to cut down on spending, especially me that don't have a financial,
Good
the
to be
message
smart
is
about
not
that.
quite clear, but I hope you will be able to write back again and let's understand what you said.
She doesn't have
clearly.
funds.
Doesn't have fun.
I think so. That's probably what she means. But more questions are...
Business is not thriving, and
It's not easy.
financially she's not there
Not
right
capable.
Okay. Good morning, Mas. My name is Nwakudo Vitanus. I like your program, especially this particular one. But please, you are hiding that my young friend there. Make her visible. Please, Tracy. Tracy, they want to see you. I'll make her talk. Okay. Vitalis, don't worry. Tracy is going to talk to you real soon. As for me, I can't spend much on Ashebi because I can't displease myself with the way our economy is just to trend. But because of trend, some people go extreme on Ashebi. That's Duzi Noti from Abuja. Thank you for writing in. But let's have Tracy talk to Vitalis. He says, I'm hiding you. You're not even sitting close to me. It's okay. So I'd like to know, what are the ways you think young people can begin to, preserve and save costs, especially those of you in school? What do you do? I know before you could buy a lot of things. How do you save costs as a student?
As a student, it's not actually easy to save costs because little things come here and there.
It's not easy to save costs.
It's not easy because
as a student,
as
can
a
you
student,
imagine that?
little things come.
No, but
Before
it's
you know
not.
it, you have spent
Yeah.
money here.
It's
Before you
not.
know
Let's
it, you
be
have to pay
realistic.
for this one.
Yeah.
Actually, before you know it, you have to pay for this one, and then you're in school, you're hot. Okay, you buy this Coke, you buy that one. You withdraw 1,000, 2,000 before the end of the week. You don't know what you have spent the money on really.
Okay, wait, you go to ATM and carry 1,000.
That is
It
what
depends
most
on the
students
students.
actually. Most students.
It depends on the, there's some people that are very conservative. I was a spender. I have to buy everything that I need. Thank God for the provision. There are some people that what they bring to school. Oh my God, you have no choice but to keep sharing. And that's what they have, and they are happy with what they have. All they just wanted is this education, to prepare them where they need to go.
True.
They just have to live that's the way it is.
Tracy, again.
And there's some people from rich home. I'm sorry. There's some people from rich home that knows how to mine. Yes, they really know how to conduct. They will even come to you to help you finish yours.
Are you serious?
So it's different folks and different
Oh my
folks.
God.
Yeah. But there are
Yes.
students that are
Yeah.
spenders. Everything has to be in the room. I did that.
For some students, what pushed them into unnecessary spending? I didn't say the type you're
Peer
talking about
pressure.
unnecessary. It's peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Do you experience that in school? I mean, they'll tell somebody, I was minding my business, somebody actually called me on the phone, to say, I was in ABCD place and I saw this jewelry and this jewelry reminded me of you and I bought it. I said, really, you're giving me gifts? It's not my birthday, but anyway, I'm always a day older. I can take it. He said, no, it's not a gift though. I bought
You have
it
to
so
pay.
you can buy. I say, wait, you're buying gift for me, a gift. You're buying me something that I need to
and
pay
you
for. Are you
pay,
crazy?
yes.
I didn't put it in budget, so I'm not going to take it. So it happens. It's peer pressure. Maybe
pressure.
because I've grown past peer. I don't know. Does it happen to you?
It actually happens because sometimes, like, I stay off campus and I stay in a compound, and then somebody can come sometimes. I'm like, okay, my friend brought this, my friend brought that. I saw this thing, this might fit you. Then you go and check the things out. Before you know, it's money that you didn't plan to spend.
True.
You have spent it on buying that thing because, okay, you have to support your friend or something like that.
Yeah.
So that actually happens, and it happens quite a lot to a lot of people.
All right, and if you decide not to really follow the trend, does it make you, Tracy, feel left out?
No, not really. Doesn't make me feel left out because I know that, okay, it's not only me in school. It's my brother and I.
Oh, okay.
So I also have to watch out for him, take care of him. I have to think that I
Is
have
he
to
younger
say,
than you or
yes,
older?
he's younger than
Okay,
me.
so you're
So
the
I have
big
to think
sister.
that I have to buy this and this so that I can cook so that he can eat. So sometimes I have to weigh things and I don't have to be disturbing my parents all the time for money. They've already given me this particular money. Going back to meet them for money, it's not actually fair. So you have to, sometimes you just need to think and calm down. Okay, you cannot do this at this particular moment. It's not worth it.
And you see, this
alright.
peer pressure
Yeah.
actually leads some students, like she described, who they just want to do because my friend is doing, my neighbor is doing. That's what
Yeah.
leads to prostitution in school.
Yeah.
That, let's just say it the way it is.
Yeah.
That's what leads to
Yeah, that's
prostitution.
what-
That those days are in school, they
Yeah.
will say they are going for runs. Because
Yeah.
students, they
Okay,
must
runs.
wear...
Runs,
Uh-huh,
yeah,
they
they
call
call
it
it
Supposed to be
runs.
jogging now.
Because
Yeah,
no,
that's
that's
old
that's
school.
slang.
That's
When
You
we
know?
went to school, they call it runs.
Yeah.
They must wear a certain gold. They must wear,
And
And this happened in all classes.
Yes.
Both rich children. I've seen rich
no,
children.
it's
do
mostly
some,
rich children.
do some
Yeah,
nasty
some
things.
crazy things.
But thank God for her. She's
Yeah.
able to think and like, okay, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. This
But
is what
most
I
of the
have to-
time, you see, the funny thing about peer pressure, it's not even only about students anymore.
It happens.
It
All
happens
of
in
us.
all spheres of
Everywhere.
life. I don't know your parents, but it's obvious that they did a lot of work.
They did a good job.
When I was in school, I couldn't take something my parents didn't give me.
Yes.
You see, they check what you bring when you come back from school. It beats me now that you go back home and you're giving your parents gifts
As a student.
as a student, and they're not
And they're
asking
taking
you
it.
what did you do, how did you afford to get this. My father had a milestone age after I was working. I gave my father a gift and he told me to sit down. How much do you earn that you bought me this gift? I was shocked. I was working. And these days I see people who don't have money. The parents expect them to come pay rent. The parents expect them to buy, to feed them, to train other kids in school, and they don't ask questions. So the problem now is that 80% of the problem we're having is parents are the ones pushing their kids
Yeah, most of them
in
are
this
influencers.
situation,
Yeah, they
which
influence
is
the
very,
situation.
very, very, very sad.
The influence situation, when I was
Yeah.
in the university, there's a girl in my hostel. She was actually disowned by both parents
Why?
because she refused to go to Italy.
Okay.
She was
They
disowned
got her
by
tickets.
I don't know what they wanted, but they just wanted her to travel abroad
For
to go make
prostitution.
money.
Yeah, because other
Whatever
other
it is, they
kids
don't
were
care.
doing it
Yeah.
for their parents.
She was disowned by both parents.
Parents.
She refused to go.
So peer pressure, it's
So
a
it's-
big
it's-
thing. It's
Most
sad.
parents, some parents are influencers of this.
Yeah.
Pushing the children
And that's where
out
the
there,
problem is. And
This
most
is-
kids sponsor themselves in school.
But I feel sometimes it's not only the
Parents.
parents that are influencing. Sometimes it's not even people that are pressuring you.
It's just
There
you.
are people that I feel as if parents and people in society do not acknowledge people that have low self-esteem.
Esteem.
They can just see that this person has something and they don't have it, and it will actually really bring them down to the point that they'll go and do something that on a normal day or because of their home training they won't usually do.
Do that.
They don't, I feel as if sometimes parents and other people in society do not see or help people with low self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's
right.
a great
Yeah,
addition.
that's a very
That's
good
really-
addition.
That's a good one. Let's interact with the audience a little bit more. Good morning, ladies in the house. The present hard economic realities in the country today demand that we adjust our consumption patterns in order to cope and survive. Hence, one is not supposed to be pretentious. To this end, Ashwebi should not be seen as a must since there are other better options available. Thank you all for the wonderful program. Samuel from Benue State, thank you very much. Let's quickly see. Says, good morning, Mars. My name is Ehin Modu Favor. You all look gorgeous. As for me, I can't spend more than 2K for Shebi. Thumbs up. That's my colleague. Even when the economic crisis was not like this, I beg you. You're very correct.
So how much do you sew it then?
Okay. Honestly,
I know. That's and if you pay 2,000, then you because there's no tailor sewing for
2,000
for less than 10,000 or so.
Okay, so
except you go to some village to go and make the clothes.
You look funny.
good morning, Ma. I'm Chidera. I love this show. My question is, how do we young children abscond from the following trending things? Okay. Let me let Tracy talk to her colleagues. So she's just asking, when things are happening around, how do we say no to it? Let's see. Your advice to her before the elders come in.
Saying no, actually, I believe is your personal choice. You have to put what is important to you. Like, that is the whole thing. The whole thing about trending things and all these things that are flashing now is that they come and they go. So you have to think about what is really important at this. Okay, your education, making sure that, okay, would this actually benefit you in like 5 years, 7 years, like in the future? It's just for you to think and actually make a decision for yourself.
Awesome.
Right?
That's a futuristic thing. That's great. And that's a child that we go for.
Yeah.
Because at this stage, she already knows this
Knows
thing.
what
And,
she
and I
wants,
agree
yeah.
100% with that. It's about choice.
It's about
It's about the person. You know, you can decide to blend, you can decide not to. And nobody's going to fight you. Nobody's going to, it gets to an extent, people will be like, okay, I think I should even be thinking like, my friend, she's not even killing herself, trying, wasting her time, wasting energy, trying to be like other people. She's comfortable in her own
but I always tell people, you can droop with all the diamonds you want to droop with. But the bottom line here is that I'm going to wear my costume. The problem is,
beautiful.
And you look beautiful. You see, the thing here is that you have to look at yourself and say, you can't be the other person.
No. We're all unique.
And the thing that makes me laugh is that the people drooping with diamonds see you and they're envious of you.
That's true.
So I always tell people, things that I cannot get second-hand value for, I really don't dabble into it. So if I have if I have money, sometimes I'd rather do jewelry so that when I get broke,
You can sell it.
I can sell. Maybe if I'm talking about the much older people now, like if you see where they're selling land, it appreciates.
Yes.
So you see, you have to, and I think that we should have places where we can teach kids in school what you have to see, what you will get when you leave school. This going to school and everything is book. We have to do real life. And teach them. You see, because knowledge is key. Knowledge is key.
Yeah.
What you don't know, you can't even give. You can't even advise. Because most parents don't even know these things.
Definitely.
So if they don't know them, how do they teach their children?
Yeah, talking about teaching children, I think from what Tracy said, it's important for us to build self-esteem in our children.
Very
and
important.
it starts from the day one that person was born.
Yeah.
You don't wait until the person is in the university. You don't wait until the person is big.
Yes.
Start from small to make your child understand that he or she is unique.
Yeah.
He or she is the best thing that happened to Mother Earth. He or she has something to offer to the world.
Beautiful.
If you make someone feels that way, the day the person goes out there, buys a weave-on for 2,000 naira, she will wear it with her shoulders high, and be in line with people who are wearing bone straight and bone crooked.
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day,
Bone
is anyone crooked?
no, no, but
Okay.
yeah.
So, but the
yeah.
truth is, whatever you are, you can wear all manner of things, and you still don't feel good enough. That's
Yeah.
when you begin to aspire
No,
for
those
more.
people never get satisfied.
You know, they
No,
never get satisfied.
No, but you know what she
There's no
said.
satisfaction.
You know what she said about growing up for me was very difficult because I was a plus size and I was top heavy, and you know the what they tell you when we were growing up. Oh, you're a naughty child. You never amount to anything, and it got to me. So they had to work on my self-esteem. It was very important. I noticed that I never used to go out. I was feeling timid. But here was a mother who noticed I had a problem. And you know what she always used to say? You are wonderfully made.
Awesome.
You're beautiful the way you are. So, you know, so growing up, I am so super confident right now that I tell people that a plus size is beautiful. Just knows what fits you. And it works for you.
Even God himself, who created us, he likes balanced diets. That's why he didn't make everybody the same size.
course.
Some
That's
are
it.
pala, some are
But some
orobo,
people,
you know?
it gets to so many people.
You know, you don't
It
let.
gets to so many people.
We should be able to make our children feel confident
That's
at
what
any point
yeah.
in time.
Yeah.
That's when they'll be able to say no. And
Parents
say
have a
it,
lot of
you know,
work.
with,
Parents have a lot of
you know,
work to
but
do.
if at the end of the day your child does something good, you come in, well, you tried. That's not good enough. If a child used to come first and the day she comes second, and you notice she's sad,
question.
tell the child, you did well, but I know it could have been better. Something could have happened. Don't worry, there is always another day.
Don't beat the child.
You know,
And I
don't
like what
go
you-
screaming.
Yeah.
But there are some people, I actually got caned for coming third in class. That was a drop. They caned me,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yes, they want you to. I tell my
they-
children there's no B is not good enough.
yeah, okay.
B is not
So
good.
it's not good
Yeah.
enough.
But
when
did you
it
but
happens,
did you have an A?
all parents had A.
Well, no, I don't have to have an A for them to have an A. Okay, I don't have, because I want them to be better than I am.
Yes, I know.
But you put the good thing is that you put all the measures that can help them to
Parents
succeed.
put too much pressure on kids.
No, it's not. No, I don't see it as pressure.
They do.
It's because someone in class is having A and A plus, and thank God they are good. They are good kids. They are good. They are
Every kid has to be.
educational-
Every kid has to be
educationally,
a
they're
doctor.
fine.
Every kid has
No,
to be.
no.
Discover your child's strength, you know, and
Yeah.
let them,
That's
you
it.
know, go for it.
That's it.
My
Of course.
parents wanted me to go into medicine
I
because
don't
I was
force
passing
anybody.
my
If I knew.
sciences.
Yeah.
They never knew that I was just passing because I didn't want to be caned. So when it came to choosing something, we had to go on negotiation table. Luckily, I am positively stubborn, so I insisted on what I wanted. I
you
like to
wanted.
talk. So, and I said I needed to do a job that I
Where
can
you
talk.
could talk,
You know, so, and that's how it is. Let's see, before my friends out there, you know, start hating us. Good morning, my name is Alphonsus Joshua. The issue is that things are really hard and lack of proper management is another problem that is affecting our economics. People should know how to manage what they have wisely in order to survive for tomorrow. Thank you, that's good advice. All these messages, how am I going to take? Let's try. Okay, greetings to you all. You're all good home managers. Thumbs up to us. God will bless you for saying the truth. God's power. Okay, from Bayelsa State. Thank you so much, God's power. And spending more than 5K for a Shebi is not advisable for a lady that has kids to take care of. Very true. Benedict Chika, that's your name. 5K is still too much. We're all the same.
There is no Ankara that's even 1K, not to go. So that means we should stop at Shebi. Scrap it.
If you
Scrap
don't
it.
plan well, you will get wrong. You get it wrong. Sewing different Ashebi for what? Unless one is attending a beauty pageant, is not worth it. Okay.
That must be a man.
Okay. The way you can even.
Let's take this last one. All right. Good morning, Ma. Well, I'm a student too, and I don't always like to be caught up in trends. So such things do not bother me. That's a good
Awesome.
kid too. He didn't write your name. Would have liked to celebrate you. Let's quickly take one more before my director cuts my neck. Good morning. Good morning. For me, I don't mind going to occasion without any ashebi. Thank you very much. You're a true Nigerian. We don't need to do that. So let me leave you. There are still many more here. I wish I had time to. But on a parting note, your advice to Nigerians, you know, with regards to situations we're in now.
Yeah, we need to cut our code according to not even our size, according to what we have, you know, because if you're looking for your size, maybe it's, you know, you want something different, but you cannot afford it, you know, and we have to train our children, you know, in regards to what has been discussed here today. We have to train our children. We're talking about starting from, you know, day one, you know, girl child or boy child education, very important from day one too. Because whatever you tell a child or train a child, that they grow with it.
Okay.
And so we have to cut our, you know, be good managers.
Okay.
You know,
All
make
right,
a good
one
choice.
word for your friends.
Judy, managing, I don't know, like, just be able to think about the future, think about your parents, think about your siblings. If you don't have siblings, think about yourself, really.
Okay, thank you.
For me, just self-esteem. Self-esteem it's don't think about other people. Think about what makes you comfortable. If you do that, you have a beautiful life. Thinking about other people, what other people feel about you, is the least. And stay comfortable.
All right, that's been it. And for all other people writing to us, we'll find time to reply you behind camera. On a parting note, I'll just tell you to keep your eyes open. Find out what's happening around you. And ensure you do a little bit of gardening, a little bit of sewing, a little bit of everything. That way you get to save money. Yes, I sew my clothes. Yes, I make my wigs. Yes, I make my shoes. These shoes I'm wearing, actually, I made it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yes. So,
Whoa.
all right, be good
Where do you
managers.
have the time?
I try.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
That's
Right.
amazing.
Bye for now.